Right, we're on page 126 in the book, 7th grade math. This is stem and leaf plots. These are kind of fun. We've made these a little bit throughout the years, so we'll talk really quick about what is a stem and leaf plot. A stem and leaf plot takes data. It's a visual display, and it splits data up into two sections. It's called the stems and the leaves. The stems are usually the tens digits. The leaves are the ones digit. And it just organizes data in usually in order from smallest to biggest, and then we use that to help us analyze data. So let's take a look at some stem and leaf plots. Example number 1, making a stem and leaf plot. The table lists the maximum number of running speeds of various animals. How can the data be displayed to show the distribution of speeds? So what we can do is we can make a stem and leaf plot, and let's go back to the data. I'll show you on this page right here. You look at again the smallest number. The best thing is, so 39 is the smallest and 70 is the biggest. So you look at the tens digits, and we'll start at 3 in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. You again would title it. These are speeds of animals. Okay, so what we would do right here is just start putting the data in. 45 would be 45, 70 would be down here, 39 would be right here, 50, 47, 40, 32, 43. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers. Now some kids get confused. That's not a 9. That's 39, 32, 45, 47. And what's very important, and I know it's kind of a pain, some people try to put them in order as they make them, and they end up leaving some numbers out. So after you make them, as you're going through, then you need to reorder yours. And it does take a little bit of a time, but I find that it's more accurate if you do it this way, because you end up messing up. So 32 needs to go before 39, then 40, 43, 45, 47, 50, 70. So there's lots of numbers in the 40s, or there's most of the numbers are in the 40s, and so forth. So let's see what we do with that. See how they do it. They look at 30 to 70 again, so there's your stems. You first write the stems like they did, and that's an unordered, like what we did is unordered, and then you go and you make an ordered one. And usually there'll be a key that will remind you how to read it, that the 4/7 means 47, like this means 39, 32, and so forth. Okay, example 2, interpreting a stem and leaf plot. So we look at this, and we just are going to look at a stem and leaf plot and figure out how are we going to read it, make conclusions about it, answer questions about it. So this one's a little bit different. Notice it has decimal numbers in it. So this one's going to work out that the stems are going to be the whole numbers, and the leaves are going to be the decimals, the tenths places. So we look at this and we look for our lowest number. Let's see, 80. I see an 84.1. I don't know that I see anything lower than 84. And I see a 91.1. I see that actually twice. So I'm thinking those are my highest and my lowest. So our stems are going to go 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91. So 89.4 would be right there. You'd put the 4. And you would make a key like this. 89.4 means 89.4. Then that key just helps you to know that we're talking about decimal numbers. 90.0, got to put the 0 to represent the 90. 87.5. Okay, so you see we're going to go through, and I'll see they've already made it, so I'm not going to make that whole thing. So there's those numbers. There's the key I was talking about. Notice this is an unordered plot because the 3 and the 1 are not in order right there. So you flip them around, put them in order. More than half, interpreting it, it says more than half of the participants finished near the top of the range, with 12 of the 20 having points greater than 89. So if you go back, what they're saying is, look here, it's kind of like a cluster of numbers. There's a bunch of numbers down here on the 89 through 91 range. That's the one of the things that they talked about there, that as far as interpreting the line plot. Okay, so test scores. Make an ordered stem and leaf plot. So before I'm going to make an ordered one, I'm going to make an unordered one. So I'm going to go over here to the side. I look at the smallest number is in the 60s and the biggest is 100. Do you see anything lower than 60? So we're going to go 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So we got 67 right there. 92, let me go here in order, I make a liar of myself. 78, 73, 89, 98, 89 again, 83, 75, 83, 100 is down there, 69, 71, 96, 81, 73, 88, 86, 82, so I squeeze a 2 over there, 94. Now these take a little bit of time, so take your time. So now we have to make it ordered. So 6, the 7, and the 9 are already in order. Let's see, I need a 1, 2 3s, a 5, and an 8. I'm just taking these numbers and putting them in numerical order. By the 8, I'd have a 1 and a 2, 2 3s, a 6, an 8, a 9, and a 9. Did I get them all? 1, 2, 3, 3, 6, 8. Yep. Then we'd have a 2, a 4, a 6, and an 8 by the 9s, and a 0 right there. And sometimes it's smart to count the numbers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Make sure you get them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And it's very important in the next few lessons coming up, especially I think the next one, which is box and whisker plots. It's very important for that one. It makes it a lot more accurate for you as we're doing it. So I didn't put a title. I should put up here test scores also. So that's a stem and leaf plot, and an ordered stem and leaf plot. Okay, and then you should, I guess, always make a key on those. Yeah. Use the stem and leaf plot from exercise 1 to answer these questions. How many test scores are greater than 84? So if we go back, greater, there's 86. There'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them are greater than 84. And that's a lot easier than seeing it in that list. 9. How many test scores are less than 80? Let me go back. Whoops, less than 80 would be these down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them are less than 80. Identify the median of the data. Okay, so the number in the middle, by using the, remember, you have to, first thing you do for median is put the numbers in order from least to greatest, and you have done that in a stem and leaf plot. Look, there's the smallest number to the biggest number, and these are in order. Remember, you don't use these right here. These are just the stems. You only use the leaves. And you go through, there were 20 numbers. Remember we counted them? So that would be, the median will be between the 10 and the 10, two 10s, 10 and 10. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's the 10th number, and there should be 10 above it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There is. So the median is between 83 and 83, which is 83. And I do a lot of counting, and I just count over and over again just to make sure. Let's see what they come up with. 83, same one. So it kind of makes it a little bit easier when you're doing that. All right, how many modes does the data have? So let's go back to this with the modes. Let me get rid of the writing on here if I can. Okay, the mode, what happens the most? I see two 83s right here. I see two 73s. I see two 89s. So the mode would be 73, 89, and 83. So how many modes? The question says 73, 83, and 89. How many modes is there? So you would say 3, right here, 3. And then here they are. Okay, make a conclusion. A conclusion is a statement. Let's go back to the data. It's best to look at the data so we can make a statement. What's a good statement about this? More scores fell in the 80s than any other score. Most kids scored an 80 or better on the test. The majority of them scored an 80% or better. There's lots of different statements you could say about it. Let's see what they say. Many scores fell within the 80s. We did, with 2 more scores below 80 than 90 or above. Most scores were above 70. All right, we'll take that. So stem and leaf plots, just remember to make them in order. Put a title on the top, and then make sure that you get all the numbers. That's sometimes another big thing that is forgotten, is you forget some of the numbers. And I think that's it. We'll see you in 3.4. Bye.